How much does Jay-Z and Diddy really have in common? Well, they say a person's actions speaks for themselves. So let's look at the actions. Right here, we have Jay-Z discussing how he got that contract with Rihanna signed. And then we have where she has said her story of how it happened, and they both seem the same, and everybody's just okay with that. Everybody's just okay with saying the only way out of this is when you sign a contract. That's when you could walk out, or you could jump out the window. Red flag for anybody else?
Okay, she's Bayesian. How did you come in contact with her? I mean, did you fly over there?
No, Jay Brown had actually bought me the song. She has a song right now, and it's I wouldn't say massive because of her roots, but she has this outrageous song called Upon the Replay. And he played that song for me, and I was scared. I was like, that song is too big for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a new artist, when a song is that big, it's it's hard to come back from. And I don't sign songs, I sign artists.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Why don't you break down the difference between that? Because the viewing public might not understand that.
Some people chase the hot song for a minute, and then they sign, based on the song. I want to sign it based on an artist, based on, or based on the swagger, based on the level of talent, based on the writing, So I was a little reluctant when I first heard the song, and then, he kept going, Jay Brown, he kept being persistent. I was like, you know what, bring her by. And when she walked in the office, I was like, she just had, it was just something about her. It was just, she had this, it was just something about her. And then she performed the song, and I was like, okay. Then, we sat down and we talked, and they were talking about how she would stay in the studio and try to get the verse over, and then come back the next day. I was like, oh, work ethic, everything is there. So we signed it that night. We didn't let her leave the office.
Really?
The 3 a.m. was when that contract got signed. So from the meeting around 3, 4 in the afternoon, we signed it by 3 a.m. Wow. That day, I was absolutely certain.
How often does that happen? I mean, that's
not often.
That's unheard of, right?
That's not, yeah. I mean, to get lawyers to draft up contracts, and then the other side to agree to contracts in 10 hours that's retarded.
Now, what would her market be? I know Sean Paul, started the resurgence,
right?
Of reggae or dancehall music on a global level.
See, the thing is, it'll appeal to everyone, because she's not really like just a specific dancehall artist. Her roots and her culture comes through.
I saw like 56 red flags there. Now let's take a look at how Rihanna explains it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you see anything different? And do you see 56 red flags too?
Yeah, she said, we don't sing songs here, we sing artists. And there was this little pause, and I was nervous. But then he said, and we're interested. And there was this sudden feel of relief.
But then he said something about a window and a door or something.
Oh, then he said, yeah, she said, oh, then he said, he said the whole word.
I did a lot of things on you.
He said, there are 2 ways to leave here. Either through the door with the deal sign, or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but that's disturbing, especially knowing that Rihanna was 16 when she was signed. If it was just one thing, maybe, but no, there's more than one. Take a look at this.
And the Grammy goes to Rihanna featuring Jay-Z for Umbrella.
Thank you. Dad, I know I promised you I'm gonna give you my first Grammy, but we might have to fight for this one.
She said she want to thank everybody for her first Grammy.
Anyway, I'd like to thank Jay-Z for being a part of this record with me.
She like to thank Jigga Man for being the greatest in the world.
Ellen Reed, Steve Bartles, Tata, Jay Brown, Karen Kwok for finding this amazing record. Tricky, Dream for writing such a beautiful record. Thank you, I love you guys. Mom, Dad, my 2 brothers, Rory and Rajad. Please wrap up, okay? Barbados, I love you. We got one. Evan Rogers, Carl Sturken, Mark Jordan, Krista, and making sure I don't forget anybody. Thank you so much. This means a lot.
Now, this isn't just once, twice, but look at the third time.
She walked into the office and, you know, I heard the record and I was really afraid of the record. It was so big that I thought the record would be bigger than her.
Right.
I thought the record, she would be the Pon de Replay girl.
Forever.
Yeah, but I took the meeting anyway. I said, let me just meet her. She walked into the office and, you know, let me just meet her. And,
beautiful.
When
girl.
I met her that day, I knew she was a star. Like, just her look, the way she walked into a room and her confidence, and she performed in my office.
And she was what, 17 years old at that
She
point?
was 16.
16. And she has the confidence of
Let me just meet her. 16.
16. And she has the confidence of it. She's
Yeah.
like an old soul in a sense, right?
Absolutely.
So she walks in your office and what? She just belts out a tune?
Belts out of tune, she performs, and I tell her, there's no way out of this office. I signed her that day.
Wow.
16.